All right, welcome back everybody for another Real Talk. I pray you are all having a wonderful, blessed day as we give the Most High Yah all the honor, the glory, and all the praise and worship. My title now says, The Same Cry Out for Years and Years. The same cry out for years and years. Now I know this message is not going to sit well with my people. And I'm not doing this video to make you mad, but to some of y'all, it will make you mad. All the questions and emails I'm getting about Black History Month. Every year I do a video like this, hoping and praying it'll wake my people up. A lot of us have woke up, but then a lot of us are still asleep. And then some of us just ain't gonna never wake up because we're gonna keep rejecting the truth. So many of my people are calling what somebody else said and opinions, but not studying, not looking up facts. Anybody know me, especially around this time of year, I get tired of the same cry out. That's why I'm gonna title this video, The Same Cry Out for Years and Years and Years. Well, they need to give to us what's just due to us, JT. Let me say this. If you happen to be white looking at this video, I don't have no problem with you. Whatever race you are. I'm going to say this to my people. Catch this, hear me loud and hear me loud and clear. Stop complaining and looking for the white folks to do what you could be doing yourself. Get off of this. The white man owed me this, the white man. Man, get past the white man. And I mean no disrespect with the term white, Caucasian, whatever you want to say. I'm not doing this video to sound like I'm hating or anything. No. You've been looking to the wrong source for years and years and years and years. Go back to Martin Luther King. I Have a Dream speech. What was that? 1963. August 1963. Your same cry out has been the same cry out since then, even before then. What are you crying out for? Justice and equal opportunity, to be treated fair. Justice, freedom, justice, freedom, justice, freedom. I'm going to keep saying this every year. Why are you trying to get equal with a satanic system that was never designed for you to be equal with? You're supposed to be living in a totally different system according to the Most High. The same cry out. You're still marching and complaining and protesting since way back then. See, let me give you some real history. This is where a lot of people are going to get mad at me, but if you don't never study, was Martin Luther King really all Martin Luther King? Michael King. And I'm not doing this to down, and degrade our brother because he's gone. Rest his soul. But first of all, do your history. His name wasn't Martin Luther King. That was changed later on. His name was Michael. Now, if you ever wondered, y'all, I'm finna take it there, why do you have so much arguments behind King? Have you ever heard the argument that he was an informant for the FBI? Have you ever heard people saying he cheated on Coretta? I don't know how many times. He had so many committed adultery. What's your point, JT? He was a man. To me, he was a puppet being thrown in place. It's been a setup for day one. If Martin Luther King was alive right now, he would have to wake up. I mean, he would have to go to sleep and have a new dream. Because since that dream, things done got worse and worse and worse. Our people can't get along with our people. So stop talking about the white man when you can't even stand your brother across the street from you. You still stealing and robbing from your brother. your sister. Oh, I'm giving you facts now. And I remember this one lady, this white lady, a long time ago. She got on there and they was interviewing her. I can't think of her name at the moment, but she was saying how King was just using them, and he burned the government for so much money. But have you ever studied that? Why are you saying all this, JT? If we don't learn to stop putting your trust in man, which you never supposed to do according to the scripture. See, this is real history right here. Israel never needed a king. All they needed was the Most High Yah. Black people, you ain't never needed a black leader. Oh, I wish we could just get past this term and this word black. Black is not a race. Black is a color. Black is not even who you are. I'm getting so sick of hearing it. Hey, black man. That ain't even what you are. But you won't even do the history on that. You ain't black. That's what they called you, and you accepted it. Hey, black man, I go to a black church, I black this, we need a black leader, black this, black, man, come on now. Still marching. Still got the same cry out. What's the same cry out right now, JT? We need jobs, we need freedom, we need to be equal. You done had the same cry out, I don't know how many years now. And you still looking to the wrong source. Our people will not invest in our people. I ain't talking about all of us. Quit crying. Once again, you crying. You looking to, well, the white man owed me this. You keep crying and looking to the white man to do things that you can do your damn self. But you won't do it. Why? Because you've been brainwashed with that same mentality. Your daddy said it. Your mama said it. They mama said it. Generation after generation after generation, you've been brainwashed. And still looking to the wrong source. I should have just named this video, You Looking to the Wrong Source. And let me say this, because I'm so sick of hearing about when Obama was in office. Man, I'm just going to let it out in this video because it need to be heard. It need to be said. Black people, wake up. The president don't run this world. Obama never ran this world. How you gonna, if y'all want to call him a quote-unquote black man, even though I don't agree with that, how you gonna expect to put some man of color in a White House surrounded by a bunch of white people, expect to get a change in the first place? I seen folks went out and voted that ain't never voted before. Everybody was rushing to the booth. Oh man, we getting a black president. And then when he got in office, it wasn't nothing like you expected, was it? Most of the black people that voted for Obama turned around and got mad and angry. He ain't doing nothing for black America. What in the hell is black America? JT, you going off in this video. Yes. If you quit trying to categorize, how you say that word? I can't even say that word, categorize, however you say that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We keep trying to be equal. If you try to get equal with this world, then you love this world and you are enemy of the Most High. Point blank. When we need justice, man, quit crying for justice. Understand when the Most High say that he will take care of your enemies. I know it's hard, but we ain't the only race being beat down. I know we have been beat down and so many bad things have happened to our race of people, but we're not the only ones. That's why all lives matter. They started that mess. Then when they started that mess, the LGBT community wanted their stuff. Oh man, everybody want their rights. But how about let's try to let's try to live right. How about that? Damn all this other stuff. How about let's try to live right for our Heavenly Father? Here come Black History Month. It won't be long from now. My people finna cry out about these 28 days. In school, they never taught us history. They brainwashed us and taught us their history. They taught us they presidents, they way, they laws. They used our ignorance, our stupidity. I'm gonna say ignorance and stupidity, because some of us just won't even, we know better and still won't try to do better. They use all those tactics against us. They use gangster rap. They use hood movies. They use so many things against us that we still ain't woke up on. But we still crying out for justice. Excuse my language, but go ahead and give them niggas February. Give them niggas February so they can stop crying. Once you understand all this stuff was a design from the beginning. What about civil rights, JT? What about it? Have you ever did the deep study behind civil rights? I don't care, and this is not to disrespect none of my older people, but a lot of our older people never studied and got an understanding on who owned what and what this stuff was all truly about, when it was all a design, it was a setup from the beginning that we all fell for. Oh, but a lot of us have woke up. How in the hell you gonna teach me my history without the Bible? That's a video all by itself. What the hell does all these dead presidents have to do with my life? While you teaching me all your white history, but then you give me a little bit about W.E.B. Du Bois and Martin Luther King Jr. and Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass and so many of them. But if we don't learn to do the studying ourselves, I tell you what, you'll find out a whole lot more if you start studying for yourself. And when you start studying, you know what's going to happen. If it hits you the right way, you're going to come up out of all that stuff. You're going to stop crying about the white man. Here it is, all these years later, and you're still walking around with that Willie Lynch syndrome. If you ever studied The Making of a Slave by Willie Lynch, I always encourage my people to study that. It'll make you mad, but study it. It's gonna let you still see where we at now, all these years later. The Making of a Slave. Here come a lot of Black history programs. I don't knock what people do. I just wish that our people would know and tell the truth on our people. How identity was stolen. How we've been lied to. What Malcolm X say, you've been bamboozled. You've been hoodwinked. I look back on 1963. That's why Martin Luther King shooting, the killing of the assassination, as they call it. When you look at the assassination, when you look at what happened to Malcolm X, when you even look at what happened to JFK, you should start waking up to see that the truth that they told you ain't never been the truth that they told you. A lot of these people ain't who they say they was. And the real killing, the real crooks, the real murderers are still walking around free. While you want to get equal with this system. I'm trying to kick out some truth here, y'all. Stop crying quit crying about Black History Month. I gotta say this one more time in this video. You keep looking to the wrong source year after year after year after year after year. You keep crying out for the white man to do what you could have been doing years ago. But you too spiritually blind to see it because you done heard the same cry out from your kinfolks. And now I just, they still walking around this day. JT, I guess we ain't gonna never get equal. Well, I ain't trying to get equal. I know who my faith is in, and I know who my trust is in, and I'm sure not trying to lean into my own understanding on this thing. Because I understand the different world systems. If you can't open your eyes and see the difference between these two systems, and you trying to live for the satanic system, it ain't nothing else I can tell you or do for you. Because your mindset is on Satan's system. The way the world system operates. Why you think the Most High said anybody that loves this world, once again, is an enemy of me? He was talking about anybody who loves the satanic world system. Another word for world is system. That's all it is. Anybody who loves this world is an enemy of me. That's why he said we are in this world, but not of this world. So if you learn the scriptures and learn that you are not of this world, why are you trying to get equal to this world? If you're not of something, then that means that it was never meant for you to live by that system. Uh-oh. Even though the Most High allows us to take from that system to live our everyday lives. You can look at the back of the dollar bill. In God we trust. Which God do you think it's talking about? You can look at America and why they put the flag higher than the cross. Or some may use the term tree. They try to mix God in with the satanic God. Let me say that right. They try to mix the Most High in a little bit with the satanic God of this world. I gotta separate the Most High out of that category with that little G God, that Satan, that devil, that old wicked one, that dragon, that beast, the Antichrist. That's why the dollar bill will show you all about this world, all about the symbols, and who really is running what. I wonder why Christ say, man, render unto this. Whose picture's on that coin? Render unto Caesar what's Caesar's, and render unto God what's God's. Well, what's the Most High's? Satan took Christ in Matthew chapter 4. Bible say Christ was led into the wilderness by the Holy Spirit. He was tested. Satan tempted him, even though he didn't fall for none of that. But if we catch, well, how can Satan offer Christ the kingdoms of this world? Well, who's known as the God of this world? Book of John teaches you Satan is the God of this world. This is his system. And if we catch what our wonderful, beautiful, unique, only begotten Son, the Savior, said was man don't live off bread alone. Every word that come out of the mouth of the Father. So if he teaching us not to live off bread alone, but every word, how you gonna live off the word if you don't know the word? Oh, come on, somebody. This is my little so-called black history, little black history video for y'all. You can miss me with all this slave songs and the Wade in the water children and I feel like a motherless child and all that. You can miss me with all that. I'm not knocking it, but it just ain't for JT. I'm so sick of hearing that stuff year after year after year. It's the same cry out. You can miss me with looking at Roots. 12 years of a slave. Remaking Roots. They're going to always catch this as I close, black people. They're going to always keep putting these movies and things on TV to mess with your mind and remind you this is all you are about, slavery. Ain't too many people going to show you the good side of us. And then when you look at what go on all during the year, what do they show you? Hood movies. Black man selling dope. Sister being portrayed as a hoe. Come on, teachers. Black man gotta play a gay role. Sister miserable because she divorced. Single mom raising kids. Reality shows. Our beautiful queens on TV, online acting stupid just so they can get paid. The rappers that do it steady calling you hoes and bitches while you shaking your ass to it in the videos. They calling you a video hoe. And ooh, that's my jam. Another video over here, this woman twerking with her mama. This is what they portray us to be. You are not the father. Brother turning flips on stage. Because he ain't the father. While that little boy, that little girl in the middle just hurting because she's growing up unbalanced. When we gonna wake up, y'all? When we gonna wake up? She gonna stay on that government assistance. She on WIC, she on Section 8, she this, she that, and she gonna be on that for a long time. The government got you. I'm not saying this to sound mean, y'all. It never was designed for us to live off of the system, but to live off of the Most High's system. That's why we supposed to be married under the covenant of the Most High, raising our children. The Bible say, fathers, raise your children. Fathers, raise your children. It didn't even say mothers, raise your children. Somebody catch that. Fathers, don't provoke your child to anger. Isn't it amazing, ladies? And we love you. And not to discredit you because you told that baby for 9 months, but you do all that toting and all that pain and suffering, and then the Most High turn around and say, fathers, raise your children. How are we going to raise our children, men, if we ain't in the house? Huh? How are we going to raise our children if you out there selling dope and you dead now, or you locked up in the penitentiary for 10 more years? How you going to raise your son or daughter? See, the Most High requires so much out of us as men. Yeah, I'm getting on us. Fathers, raise your children. Fathers, don't provoke your child to anger, but it's too late. You already done it. You ain't even in the house. The Most High showed us in his word it was never designed for a woman to have to raise a child on her own. That's why a woman that raises a child on their own have such a hard time. I mean, it's not easy in the first place, but it was never designed, especially for a boy, to be raised by a woman by herself. That's not even biblical. He laid the foundation for us as leaders, men. Men, get your house back. Teach your children so they won't continue to have the same cry out after cry out after cry out after cry out after cry out. I know Black History Month coming up, whatever that is. But it's way more to our history than talking about W.E.B. Du Bois. You should already know about the Underground Railroad with Harriet Tubman. You should already know that them songs they were singing were slave songs with codes that they had to sing in codes to keep to communicate. It ain't about you going to church singing that song because it makes you feel so good. We better understand what was said and why it was said, what they did and how it was done. And here we are, years later. I know somebody gonna say, boy, it just sounds like he hating in this video. Now, these are facts. I have a dream today that, man, you still got a dream. Because our black folks ain't on no one accord. I hate using that term black, but I have to relate to that so y'all know what I'm talking about. I will always say my race of people ain't on one accord. We further now. Let me hit you on something. Why do you think, see, this is the part of Dr. King they don't talk about. And his real name, once again, was Michael King. But why do you think he had more white people on his side back then? Even though it didn't seem like it. But he had more white people on his side back then. That's the part they don't show you. Somebody told me Obama, the other day, Obama reminded them, he reminded them of Martin Luther King. But JT, I remember that video you did, and I'm gonna wrap this video up because I know I'm going on a little longer, but I remember that video you did about why you didn't vote and this and that. First of all, the Bible does tell you to obey the laws of the land. Until what? They start going against his word. See, one thing about the word of the Most High, the word cannot be compromised. So when I see somebody that stands for, that agrees and say it's okay for two men to get married, two women to get married, and they ain't got a problem with it, then I got a problem with you. See, a lot of y'all, now y'all see, man, you shouldn't have just voted for somebody because of the color of their skin. First of all, I'm going to say this once again. All of your presidents was blood related. Go back and do your history. While you sitting up there talking about your vote and you mad because somebody didn't vote, your vote ain't never mattered, black people. Catch that. It ain't never mattered because they are not put in the office behind your vote. The next one get put in office because that's who's in the bloodline. Do your history, do your studying. That's why you see son, you see father and son, grandfather and grandson, cousins. That's why they all were blood related. Even Obama. Oh, I'm messing up by saying it, ain't I? Just do your history. Somebody right now gonna leave a comment and say, who is Obama kin to? And go track your whole history on your so-called presidents. That's why, once again, it ain't never been how you gonna get equal if it's in the bloodline? Common sense. How you gonna get equal? How you gonna get justice? It's in the bloodline. When you study the Bible will show you things are going to get worse and worse and worse. And then when you think it's getting better, that's a false peace. Oh, come on, teach Holy Spirit. That's a false peace because the real peace won't come until the Prince of Peace returns. That's why everybody pretty much is deceived, except for a few, behind the Antichrist. That's my time, y'all. I got cut off last night on that live chat. Y'all saw what happened. We kept getting disconnected because what we was about to talk about. But that's what happened last night. It wasn't nothing I done on my end. I got cut off. They shut me down. But that's okay. So I wanted to just apologize to y'all for that last night. Sorry about that happened that way. I kept trying to connect but couldn't connect. So I had to just leave it alone last night. Hopefully we can come back tonight and it'll be better. But we have been up under some bad weather too also, so they got a lot to do with it. But I thank y'all for tuning in, you know. So if you can and will tonight, same time, 9:30 p.m. Dallas, Texas time, we'll come back and have another live chat, open discussion. So with that being said, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. I love you, black people. Don't get mad at this video. I love you. See, somebody got to tell the truth. Everybody can't be stuck on stupid. And I love you enough. I don't even care if you get mad at me, but I love you enough to try to wake you up and tell you the truth so you can come out of this slave mentality, come out of this stupidity, y'all, and start understanding that it ain't never been about you getting equal with this system. But learn how to walk in the ways of the Most High. I love you and have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. Shalom.